Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Happy Girl Chats. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a lovely day, a lovely week, and thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today. I'm so looking forward to this episode. We are going to be talking about the fun idea that I think all our brains try to convince us is true, but it is not, and that is the fact that you are not behind. You are not behind. Even when you feel like you are, you're not behind. And I'm really looking forward to getting into this today and hopefully encouraging you in some way in this idea, because I do feel like our brains a lot of the time can tell us, you're behind, you're failing, you're not where you're meant to be, you should be over there, what about over there, what about what she's doing? And I just don't think that that's true. And so I want to chat to you about that today, encourage you today, just remind you that you are not behind. No matter where you are right now, you're not behind. So I'm very looking forward to that. I feel like lately, even for me, I've been feeling like the floor has been crumbling underneath me a little bit. And I've been feeling unsure of where I'm meant to be. Am I doing what I should be doing? Should I be somewhere else? Should I be doing something else? And I just feel like it's so easy to spiral into these thoughts. And I feel like that's a very common thing for all of us to do. And I wish it wasn't a common thing, because it's not, like, what good does it do thinking and spiraling about all these things? But I do think it's common, and I think because we all go through it, let's all talk about it and reverse what's happening in our minds and remind ourselves we're actually not behind at all. Which is exactly why I wanted to talk about it today. So I'm really looking forward to getting into it. But before we do, I think we should take some deep breaths together, because it just reminds our bodies that no, actually, we're okay. We're safe, we're calm, we're good. It's all okay, we don't need to stress out. So let's take a few deep breaths together with me. Let's go deep breath in. Hold it. And out. And again, deep breath in. And out. One more time. Deep breath in. And out. Thank you for doing that with me. So, our silly little minds tell us a lot of things which are not true. One of those things being that you are behind, that we should be over there while we're stuck over here, that you should be doing that, you should be doing more, you're failing at what you're doing, we're not doing enough, because if we were doing more, we would be over there instead of over here. But oh my goodness, it's exhausting. It's actually exhausting, the thoughts that we have, the things that our minds try to tell us, but it's just not true. You are not behind. If you get anything out of today, I hope that that's it. You genuinely aren't. You're not behind. I truly believe it's physically impossible to be behind, because it's your life. What are you behind in? If you were meant to be somewhere else in the timeline of your life right now, that's where you would be. This is your life, and there is a plan for you, a good plan for you, and you can't be behind in it, because what's there to be behind of? It's your life. You can't be behind on your own life. I think that would be physically impossible. Like, how would that work? I don't know. I genuinely believe that with my whole heart. You are not behind, because you can't be behind. Behind to what? This is your life you're living, and there is a purpose in where you are right now. Even if it doesn't make sense, there is a purpose in where you are right now. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Now, you may know I am a Christian girly, so I fully believe that God has got a plan for you, and that it is a wonderful plan, even if it doesn't make sense right now. So I do want to share a few verses with you just to encourage you. And even if you're not a Christian girly, that's totally okay. You're obviously still welcome here. And what I hope is that you're still encouraged by this, and knowing that I fully, with my entire heart, believe for you that there's a plan for you, and it is a good plan, and it is going to work out, and you're not failing it. You're not behind in it. So I've got my Bible here with me, and we're going to read a few verses together to encourage you. This first one is quite a common one. You might know it. You might have heard it before. It is from Jeremiah 29 verse 11, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you." This is the Lord's declaration. Plans for your well-being, not for disaster, to to give you a future and a hope. Verse 12 also says, you will call to me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. Verse 13, you will seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. I will be found by you. This is the Lord's declaration. You can trust God and his plan. And if you trust him, what is there to worry about? That's my thing, is I trust God. So why am I so worried? I don't know. Which then brings me to a verse about worry, because I'm a big worrier and I worry all the time. And I definitely have been lately. Like, am I behind? Am I doing what I should be doing? Am I meant to be somewhere else? Should I be further along? But there's a really, really good verse. It's a good reminder. And it is in Matthew chapter 6. I'm going to read a few verses to you because this is such a good passage. From verse 25, therefore I tell you, don't worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Isn't life more than food and the body more than clothing? Consider the birds of the sky. They don't sow or reap or gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Aren't you worth more than they? Can any of you add one moment to his lifespan by worrying? And why do you worry about clothes? Observe how the wildflowers in the field grow. They don't labor or spin thread. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was adorned like one of these. If that's how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and thrown into the furnace tomorrow, won't he do much more for you? You have little faith. The verse that I specifically wrote down in this passage was verse 27, which says, can any of you add one moment to his lifespan by worrying? And that's the thing. You don't need to worry because God's got it. And God knows. He knows how it's going to work out and he will provide. So if you just take any comfort, and I hope you take even just a little bit of comfort in the fact that maybe it's true, maybe that there is a God and he has a great plan for you and he is working and he's going to work it out. Maybe we don't need to worry so much. Maybe you don't need to stress so much about feeling behind, because there is a plan for you. You can't be behind. He's working. He's got it. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're meant to be, because if you're meant to be somewhere else, you would be over there. Psalm 138 verse 8 says, the Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Lord, your faithful love endures forever. Do not abandon the work of your hands. He's got a purpose for you. That's why you're here. If he didn't have a purpose for you, he wouldn't have made you. But he made you, and he made you as you. So there's such a good plan for you. He wouldn't make you just to abandon you. He doesn't do that. And then last one. This is from Isaiah chapter 60. It is the second part of verse 22. And it says, I am the Lord. I will accomplish it quickly in its time. Nothing is behind or delayed in God's plan. And that also includes the fact that you cannot be behind. You're in God's plan. He's got a plan for you. You're not behind. And his timing is perfect. Now, his timing is something that we don't quite understand because we can't see the full picture like God can. God has got such the big roadmap and we can't see all that. So sometimes we don't understand why we are where we are, or why we're not over there where we want to be. But his timing is perfect. And so there is a purpose in where you currently are today. So I hope there's some comfort in that. I hope you can take heart in that and knowing you're not behind. But there is a plan and it is going to work out. But that doesn't mean you're not where you're meant to be now, or that you're failing because you're here right now. You're most definitely not. Truly, you're not. And even if it doesn't make sense right now, guess what? God has never, ever once. I mean, this is a big book. The Bible? Big book, right? Lots of pages. God has never once asked for our understanding. So we might not understand. But he actually doesn't need us to understand. He asks for our trust. So trusting that there is a plan out there for you, that he's got it in his hands. He's in control. He has not let go, and he's not let go of you. Even if you feel like he hasn't. And in return, when we trust him, he takes care of the plan. Him handling it is far better than us handling it, which might not feel true in the moment, but it is true. Because we don't have the whole big picture, the roadmap he's got. I'm sure that would be very helpful. We don't have that. His plan is better than ours, and it always works out. It really does. And if you genuinely trust that and trust him, he will give you something that's better than understanding. He will give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. So you might not understand why you're here right now or why you're not over there, but there is peace in knowing the fact that there is a plan, that you are here for a reason, that you're not behind, that you're not failing, and that it is going to work out. So again, reminder, you cannot be behind. You cannot. Because if you were meant to be somewhere else, that's where you would be, but you're here. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're meant to be. We are so incredibly good at focusing on the worry, focusing on the doubt, focusing on the not enough, or what could be better, or what more we could be doing. But I would really like to take us out of that for a minute, if you're willing. Take my hand. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Because what I want you to do is come up with a list of your recent little wins. Now, these can be as little as you want, but I can promise you for a fact, nothing that you think of that could maybe go on this list is too insignificant or too small to think it's worthy of celebrating. And I know, because I'm a girl that's not very good at being proud of myself at all. So I'm the person that in my head thinks, that's nothing. No, sorry. It's not nothing. I want you to literally, if you're on a walk right now, happy girl walk, I hope you're enjoying, I hope the sun is shining, but you can do this in your head. But if you're home, like, genuinely get out a piece of paper and write at the top of it, recent little wins. And I want you to come up with as many as you possibly can, which might be hard, but try. Like, more than one, okay? which could be easier said than done. This might be tricky for you, and that's okay. But that's why it's important to do it, because we're so quick to focus on how we can be doing better or how what we did wasn't good enough. But that's so silly. Do you ever stop and think about how silly that is? That is so silly. Why do we do that? Like, literally, why do we do that? I don't know. So today we're focusing not on that, but focusing on, this is where I am right now, and like, I'm doing all right. You're probably actually doing a really good job. But we focus so much on the what could be more, or I wish I was over there rather than where I am now. But this is where we are. Enjoy that. Why would you not want to enjoy what you're currently living? Now, granted, what you're currently going through could be really hard, but what we're trying to do here is just find the good and celebrate what we can, because you are worth celebrating. The little tiny things. So I want you to come up with as many little wins that you've done recently that you can think of. It is easier said than done. I'm going to try and think of some too, which I'm so terrible at this, which is why it's important, because we shouldn't be terrible at this. A little win that I'll share with you for me is the fact that I've had this podcast for over a month now, and I have been sick pretty much up until now. I got sick the very first episode that I uploaded. That day was my first day being sick. And every episode from then until now, I feel like I've been in a little bit of survival mode of just, I really want to get a podcast episode up. And it's not at all that I haven't been enjoying it or anything like that, but I guess I haven't been enjoying it the way I wanted to when I was originally so excited to start the podcast, because I haven't been feeling good physically, mentally, and I just wanted to get an episode up because I didn't want to launch my podcast and then fail and disappear for a month. I thought that would be really sad. So I was kind of just doing my best with it just to get the episode up. But now I feel like I'm coming out of the worst of what I've been through recently. Thank goodness. And today, I'm so just... Why am I getting emotional? I'm so joyful to be here and doing this. And I feel really excited about this episode. Not tears forming in my eyes, but again, it's not like I haven't enjoyed the other episodes, but my heart hasn't been in it the way that I pictured it being in it when I was launching the podcast, because I have not been physically or mentally okay. And that's okay. Like, grace to myself. I'm not like mad at myself for past episodes. I don't think they're terrible or anything, but I'm properly enjoying this. And when I was planning this episode yesterday, I was getting really excited about it and finding the verses to share with you, and hopefully praying about how hopefully this can really encourage you. And I'm just so excited to be excited again. So that's my little win. Which maybe isn't even that little. It's nice to be properly enjoying the things I'm doing again. Because truly, when I say, at the start of this episode, when I said it has felt recently like the floor has been crumbling a little bit underneath me. I caught up with a friend yesterday and I told her, I feel like the last month I've been living in an earthquake. Like, the ground has just been shaking and I've just been trying to hold on to something. So the fact that I'm starting to get a little bit, and slowly but surely, but a little bit of my enjoyment back into the things I do, that's really, it means a lot to me, because I lost that for a little while there. So that's my win to share with you. But again, nothing is too silly, too small, too insignificant to put on this list. And I really want to encourage you to don't let this list be a one and done. Keep coming back to it. Train your brain to celebrate the little wins. Even each day, at the end of the night, when you go to bed, I want you to think about, what was one thing today that I'm really proud of? Even if it was tiny and little. Just start getting your brain to actually be proud and want to celebrate you and where you are right now, and find the good in where you are right now, rather than being so in your head of, I'm not doing enough, I'm behind, I'm failing, because it's just not true. It's not true. So now we do the things to flip our mindset and feel better in the day-to-day. So, little wins list. Keep thinking, keep writing, keep focusing on that. But I do have one more list that I want you to make. Again, you can do this in your head, or if you've got your piece of paper out, make another section for a new list. And this list is going to be things that you're looking forward to. I want you to come up with all the things that you're looking forward to in the near future, with where your life is right now. What are you looking forward to? Now, these can be actual physical things that you have coming up in your calendar, or they can just be like the little moments in your life that you enjoy or that you're going to create for yourself. So when I think of this list, what pops to mind is, one, the fact that literally today, after I record this episode, I'm going to go ice skating. And I am so looking forward to that. I have been wanting to go ice skating for so long. I can't even remember the last time I did go ice skating. I remember last winter, because fun fact, in Australia it's currently winter. Last winter, I remember saying, this winter I want to go ice skating. I did not. It's now the next winter, and not only that, it's now the end of the next winter, literally the last week of August. But I'm finally doing it. I'm finally going ice skating, and I'm so looking forward to it. I don't remember the last time I did ice skate, so I could be absolutely terrible, but I don't care. I just want to go ice skating. So that's been one of my big looking forward to things that's now happening today, which I'm very looking forward to. Something else I'm looking forward to that's like a physical thing in my calendar is that this weekend I'm going to be in Sydney, and I'm going to finally see my sister, and it's been like 2 months, and I miss her like crazy, and I'm really looking forward to that time with family and all of our family friends. I'm so looking forward to that. But then also, if you're thinking there's nothing really coming up in my weeks that I'm looking forward to, you can look forward to little moments that either you just know are going to happen because it's a part of your routine, or that you can make for yourself. Like, are you looking forward to getting up tomorrow and making yourself your cup of coffee? I don't drink coffee, but I know that that's a thing that a lot of people look forward to. So maybe that's yours. Looking forward to going on a walk. We love a Happy Girl walk over here. Something else I really wanted to do in winter, because I don't want to do it in summer because I'm terrified of snakes. But something I'd love to do, and it's not too late, I'm telling myself it's not too late yet, is I'd love to go for like a little waterfall walk, a little bush walk. I'm not like a big hiker, I fear I'm not at that level, but I'd love to see a waterfall. So that's not currently in my calendar. I have no plans to do that, but I want to do that. So I'm going to look forward to the fact that I will be doing that at some point. I'll come back and update you if I do it. But no, not if, when. When I do it, I will do it at some point. Like, create moments for yourself to look forward to. But also look forward to little things. I feel like that's where so much joy lies in, is in the little things. If you actually find joy in them and make them special for yourself, it makes life so much more fun than just feeling mundane, going for a walk, having a cup of coffee. But if they're actually things that bring you joy, like, allow that to happen. Enjoy them, you know? Like, let the little things sparkle you up. What I hope both of these lists have done and continue to do for you is remind you that it's actually better than how you're making it feel in your head. You're actually doing well, and there actually are good things happening around you and good things that you're doing yourself. We can get so in our head. So in our head. That's been my problem the last month, is how in my head I have been. But the circumstance around me actually hasn't changed. It's just been me being in my head. So I hope this has been able to take you out of your head for a second and look at what's actually good. What's actually fun and enjoyable. What are we looking forward to? What are the things you're actually doing really well? When you take yourself out of your head, you can see clearer. You can actually think a little clearer outside of what's going on in your mind or what you're worrying about or what you're questioning or doubting. You can just see, I'm going ice skating today and I'm so excited. Rather than worrying about if what I'm doing today is good enough. I feel like when you can take yourself out of your head, it feels like a relief, like a breath of fresh air, like a weight is off your shoulders and you can just fully breathe. So I hope that's what this episode has felt like for you. I hope it's been able to do that for you in some kind of way. And I really hope that these lists help. Please come back to them. Please keep adding to them. Please keep thinking about things that you're doing well, your little wins. And please keep thinking about things that you're looking forward to. Remember that for neither of these lists is anything going to be too small or too insignificant to add them. You can look forward to the tiny little silly things that don't make sense to anyone else. And you can celebrate the things that you don't think are worth celebrating. You're doing well, you're doing better than you think you are, and you are not behind. Repeat after me. You're not behind because you can't be behind. There's a great plan for you. And I pray that even if it doesn't make sense for you right now, that you are able to enjoy where you are right now and make the good in where you are right now and find the good in where you are right now. There's a purpose for where you are. There's a purpose for you being you. You're not failing the plan. You can't. It's got to work out. But just as you are you for a reason, you also are where you are for a reason. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're doing enough. Come back to these lists anytime and remind yourself all the time that it's actually okay. I really, 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 truly, from the bottom of my heart, hope that this episode has helped you in some way today, has encouraged you, has given you a reminder that you needed to hear, even if you didn't know that you needed to hear it. I hope it helped. I hope you enjoyed. I feel good about this one. Happy Girl Chats. I feel like we can properly just get into it and get excited about it now. And I'm really grateful for that. So I'm so glad you're here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped and encouraged you. But I love you. I will see / you will hear from me in the next episode super soon next week. If you have any things that you want to talk about in Happy Girl Chats, please let me know. I'd always love to hear your feedback and what you love and what you enjoy. So let me know. But I'll see you then. / you'll hear from me then. And that's all from me for today. But I hope this has encouraged you. I love you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day and a wonderful week. I will chat to you. I will Happy Girl Chat to you next week. I love you. Bye for now.